Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Newsgram. I don't know about you, but lately my favorite place in the whole world is my bed. Collapsing on that bed and letting all the stresses of the day just melt away, well, that has become my new favorite pastime. So when I read this poem, it really hit home. It's by Paul Jones, and it's called As I Lay. When I look over and say goodnight, I lay there and rest without any fright. When I lay in bed at night and dream, the world isn't so sad, so it might seem. I lay there in my bed without any cares, without any worries, without any nightmares. All of the crying and sadness in the world has ceased. As I lay in my bed sleeping there in peace, as I lay in bed with your body next to mine, there's not a care in the world, none that I can find. If there's any noise to be found, I can use my pillow to block out any sound. Lying on this mattress feels so good. I would lie here all day if I could. In this bed is where I want to stay. I feel so at peace next to you as I lay. Paul takes it to a whole nother level, including someone to lie next to, and I think the next best thing to the peace and tranquility you get laying restfully next to someone you love is reading a poem like this one that evokes all those feelings, one where you can just daydream a little bit. Having a moment of peace, reassurance, and for some people to break down and have a good cry. I'm not the crying type, but that's something I'll work out on my own. Anyway, Paul Jones was born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. He served 14 years in the United States Armed Forces, 7 years in active duty, and 7 years in the National Guard. He spent 23 and a half years in law enforcement. If anyone knows a thing or two about the importance of stress relief, solitude, and learning life lessons, it's Paul Jones, author of a new book of poems called Standing Alone.
Standing Alone is a book of inspirational poems.
Inspirational is a great way to describe this book. There are biblical quotes that accompany each poem in the book. In fact, the title poem is called Standing Alone.
It's a walk of faith. And I think all of us encounter this where we feel like we're all alone by ourselves.
As a precursor to the poem, there's a quote from Deuteronomy. It's 31:6, saying, "Be strong and courageous and not to be afraid, that God is there with you and you will not be forsaken."
As I walked through the valley of shadow of death, as I passed by a mirror, I stopped and took a good look at myself. I felt as if I was all alone. Right then and there, I wanted to go home. I heard a voice coming from deep inside. I wanted to run. I wanted to hide. I looked around, and as far as I could see, there was no one else there besides me. The voice told me, "Do not be afraid, but do not fear. Because if you knew who it was, you would be full of cheer." I asked, through all my hard times, "Why have you forsaken me?" Because it was during those times I was by myself, as far as I could see. He didn't say another word. He just let me talk. I wanted to leave. I wanted to run, but I couldn't even walk. And then I took a look back over my years. I looked at the times that I shed many of tears. I looked at the times that I did things that I shouldn't have done, all because they made me feel good, and I thought they were fun. All the times I thought that I couldn't make it. All the times that I wanted to just give up and quit. And then I thought, and I fell down on my knee. It was you, Lord, who saved me. I thought to myself, your love and your grace I do not deserve, but yet it's me that you continue to serve. Why do you do so much for me? Is there something in me that I don't see? He told me to get up and go. He said, when the time is right, then you will know. I was able to open my eyes and stand up. I no longer felt like I was stuck. And I started to dry my eyes and walk away. He said, all I ask you to do is continue to pray. And from that very day and on, I knew I would never have to stand alone.
They're the kind of poems that are there to just make you feel good. But sometimes they come with a heavy dose of reality.
When you're writing inspirational poems, it's going to affect different people different ways, And even one of my poems, it said that To some, the word's going to be a blessing, and some, it's going to be a curse. Because, especially I found out today, a lot of people don't want to know the truth. And the truth is in there.
It's a book designed to inspire personal growth. And it's about helping you get out of your own way. And it's about helping you live life the way you know you're supposed to live it.
Young adults and teenagers will benefit a lot from standing alone. And it's an easy read. Poetry, to me, you can't read it once. You got to read it over and over and over again.
If you find yourself struggling or in need of the kind of inspiration you get from these biblical quotes and the poems in Standing Alone, then you might want to consider this one. You can get it everywhere, including Amazon, but don't we already buy enough stuff from Amazon? It's your call, but I would say visit his website. It's pauljonesthewriter.com. And you can learn more about Paul there. You can also see his other books, A Flavor of Stories, where the story titles are written on little spice jars. I thought that was pretty cool. There's Living Life, Poems to Live By, Jake, Waking Up to Say Goodbye, and of course, Standing Alone. And that will do it for this edition of Newsgram from webtalkradio.com.